Okay, this is a very quick tutorial just to talk about the selection range tool in 3ds Max. So what we have here is a 30 frame walk cycle. This is an alien rig, a cat rig that's walking forward in the scene over 30 frames. And what I'm going to do is use the selection range tool to slow that down or speed it up depending on what I feel like doing. So by default the selection range tool isn't active in 3ds Max. We need to activate it. So I'm just going to right click down on the timeline just down here. I'm going to go to configure and I'm going to select show selection range. That's going to activate this dark grey bar just under the timeline. I'm now going to hit Ctrl A to select all the bones on the character in the scene. This will show all the keyframes down on the timeline for that character. I'm going to drag a big marquee selection around all of those keyframes, and you'll see now we have the selection range tool underneath these keyframes. This is the black bar with the two white points that look like keyframes at either end. So if I wanted to speed the animation up, what I could do is click on the white point at the end of the selection range on the far right of the timeline, and I could just drag this over to the left. So what I'm doing here is squashing the frames together. So if I drag these, say, back to frame 20, I then hold Ctrl Alt and right click and drag on the timeline. I can just change the timeline length to a new length, which is 20 frames. If I press play now, I get a very quick walk cycle. So if I just undo that a couple of times, go back to my original length, which is 30, press play. So this is the original speed. What I could also do is slow the animation down a bit. So again, Ctrl A to select all the objects in the scene. Drag a marquee selection around all of those keyframes. I'm now going to hold down Ctrl and Alt and right click and drag over to the left to give myself a couple more frames here in the timeline. So I've now got 40 frames in the timeline. I'm going to click on the white point at the end of the selection range tool, just here, and I'm going to drag these keyframes out this time. So instead of squashing them together, I'm stretching these out now. So I'm going to drag these out to frame 40 and press play. So now you can see I've got a much slower animation. So the selection range tool is excellent because it helps you to change the speed of your animation. This can be used on the entire animation, or it can be used on certain areas of your animation.